one of the Wildlings you brought back. Says he knows your Uncle Benjen. Says he's still alive.
I forgot about Uncle Benjen. Oh no. Oh no. Fuck no.
For the watch.
Oh my god.
For the watch.
They set him up to kill him?
Way.
The watch.
What?
I.
For the watch.
What are you left with now, you freaking idiots? You're nothing. I can't believe this.
This is what I was saying about, for all the show does, it keeps you guessing to what's going to happen next, who's important, who's going to be here, what their purpose here is. And Jon Snow being dead, I cannot see where this goes.
Nope.
After that, I have no clue. I literally don't have a clue. Sam's gone. There's no one at the Night's... Is this like a Bolton thing, but for the wall? Like how the Boltons just got shipped away, like they came and took over. Like now we have...
But he's the one who saved the Wildlings, and then...
They're just going to kill the Wildlings now? And all of the stuff that they did to sacrifice to get all of these people on their side, they're just going to throw that away.
All the information that Jon had...
I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. Like, what happens now? That's the thing, like I said before, they just keep killing stuff off, and it's hard to keep the story cohesive. Like, it's a challenge. I understand, like, people, like, to make the story turn.
Sam's gone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's now, like, the Night's Watch, but, like, the bad timeline. Just the bad timeline. Like, the Boltons taking over Winterfell is just the bad timeline. Like, that's life, though. I can't.
You know, after a while, you get used to seeing really great characters and really great things happen, and then you have that crap.
Guys, what do we do? You know what happens. So I mean, some of you have said, I've heard that some of you don't like the show after a certain point.
What's that point?
That's really hard for the Night's Watch to recover at this point.
They lost Mormont, they lost Maester, the two people, and now they lost Jon.
Yeah.
They've
Stannis is dead. We get wins and then we get losses. And the show is pretty even with it. Wins, losses, wins, losses. Cersei's gonna get back in power now that she's back. She has a vendetta against these people, and she's not gonna stop.
And she's also, to top that off, she's also going to hear that her daughter was poisoned.
And killed. Cersei is gonna go on a rampage.
I have no idea what happened to freaking Sansa. She just jumped off a 100-foot fucking wall?
Daenerys got abducted by the Dothraki. This was like the episode of, like, shit just...
Yeah.
The one question I asked in the beginning was, I wonder if they're going to add anything to start new threads. They're like, you see all these threads? We don't have any. You remember what was going on before? Nope. Now it's completely fresh, which I guess is a good thing. Nothing ever gets old in this show. It never gets old because they're always cutting people out and then being like, okay, the rest of you figure it out. We'll continue with the show without you. It's insane. We have no idea what's happening with Bran.
Nope.
Didn't see him at all. I don't know. All right. I don't really know what to say. I don't know what to speculate on here. Give us your questions. What do you think of this? Our reaction, and just...
This is insanity.
I don't know. I don't even know what to talk about, to be honest. I've held on trying to think of something, and I just don't have anything. We'd be better off just watching the next episode, but we don't have time. We're going to do our best. We need some time off to start the intro to the next video because I need some time to think about what just happened. Yeah, I really do. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for another season.
Yes.
We're going to be doing the live stream of Histories and Lore this Saturday. So look for that on the Patreon. It's going to be US time midday. So just look out for it. I'll give you a heads up. Obviously, when exactly. I'll put it on like a schedule so it'll show up. But we'll have some chats and do our thing. And thank you
for watching.
Oh, wait. And for YouTube, please subscribe. We can't really continue without growth in the channel, and it's very important that we get the people that are not subscribed so they see our stuff. YouTube doesn't push our stuff out. Like, I put out a whole movie and they didn't put it on search results.
Nope.
Like, my movie didn't show up in YouTube search results at all. And I had my tags correct. I was searching up exactly what my tags were, and I wasn't even seeing it. So we really need all the help we can get in that regard. And we thank you for being here. Thank you
For watching.
Immersive Reactions.
Until next time.
3,
2,
welcome.
2.
Immersive Reactions. Again, welcome
Yes.
back. We just recorded 20 minutes of an intro.
Yeah.
And with 0 audio whatsoever. So here we go again. I think you should speak this time.
Where do I begin? Do I begin with literally the entire faith taking over for the entire season?
Yes.
Cersei shouldn't have allowed that, but it came to bite her in the butt because she was taking over. When in reality, it should have been Tommen because he's a king. But I don't think Tommen has enough, I guess you could call it spine enough to take over.
Yeah.
Then opened a whole lot of can of worms, and then it bit her in the butt, obviously.
Yeah.
And then Jaime and Bronn went to Dorne to get Myrcella. That was the whole situation. Ended up with Illyria poisoning Myrcella,
Yeah. Yep.
which Myrcella did not deserve any of that. She did nothing wrong. She was just an innocent child.
Yeah.
We got some of Jon Snow trying to be a mediator between the Wildlings and Watchers of the Wall.
Yeah.
However, we did not get was Bran.
Yeah.
Sansa was again betrayed by Littlefinger,
Yeah. That's true.
which I think was kind of shitty of Littlefinger to do because he was so obsessed with her for how long? If you're obsessed with someone for that long, why would you just give them away? I understand maybe to do his dirty work.
I don't think he cares about anyone.
Well, besides himself. Then we get a little glimpse of Theon Greyjoy saving them. But I don't know if they were saved because he jumped off a pretty wall. Then we go all the way down the journey to Arya, learning the Faceless Men. Small attempts in the market. Well, she walks on the market with like tasks and objectives to do.
Yeah.
Learning how to do like low ground small things.
I'm going to attempt to try to recap the 20 minutes of me talking. So basically what I said was that basically the Faith plotline kind of came out of nowhere for me until I learned the lore of it. Basically what I thought throughout was there's a power structure in Westeros, right? It's lords, it's kings, and that's what they've determined. Like, that's what they've fed us this whole time as the power structures and the other free cities of the world. They control power in their areas. To change power, they go to war with each other. They change power. It's that's how it works. And so when the Faith Militant faction came into the situation, it didn't really make sense to me. It kind of felt kind of contrived, and I didn't really understand it. But after watching Histories and Lore and finding out that the Faith Militant came around with Aegon the Conqueror, and were kind of all in that and been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, and they just stood on the sidelines being like, don't do what you want to do. Like, don't do the things against the faith or we'll come back. Knowing that, I think a simple contextual like plot in the beginning of that would have helped. What we got in the show is Cersei seeing power vacuum. I'm going to fill it with the faith.
Yeah.
And then the High Sparrow, like, just talking about, like, shoes and the fact that, like he's a good guy. And then turns out, oh, they're not really good guys. So I think a little bit of contextualizing what the Faith are, where they came from, how long they've been waiting, like, building that up a little bit would have been miles better. And now that's my only, like, major criticism of this entire show so far, but in Histories and Lore, that storyline is so good. It's so good. And there's two reasons I think they did it. I don't think they wanted the audience to really know the behind the scenes and the background of that and know that they've been waiting for so long. because people, they don't trust people with information. And that's what I hate about writing the most, is when you don't trust your readers to understand what is going on. You don't give them information because you're afraid they're not going to understand it. That's one of my pet peeves in shows, when I either understand it more than they're giving you credit for, or like they keep out details just to keep the plot simple. And I don't think that plot needed to be simple. Like, it's a very huge event, kind of, and some people are not going to care about that, and then some people are. So
It was just so heavily. This whole season was just faith.
yeah.
Very, very heavily. Which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
But it's just
And like, you have other power factions that are religious, like not the Brotherhood Without Banners, they just have a guy in it that is. But the Lord of Light, but they're like growing factions. They don't have power. They're trying to get power through the normal sources. And I guess Cersei gave the Faith Militant power. Like, it had to come from down, like up to down. So that kind of makes a little more sense. But like, I don't know. That's the only criticism I had of it. And a little bit of the Jaime storyline. It just felt like, let's include a plot where we go save the princess. And maybe that does happen. But like, I think Game of Thrones could have done it a little better, to be honest. And
yeah, it was like it was very choppy.
it's like, we love to see it. Jaime, Bronn interacting together in a hostile land, going to see Dorne for the first time, going to see their politics for the first time, their people, what's going on there, the political intrigue. That's all cool. But I understand, like, it's a rescue mission, like a rescue mission storyline. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad, but I think I'll like it more in the books. And Jon Snow becomes the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. Later, he's murdered by his brothers. And so that storyline was great for me too. It was really good. The Night's Watch has always been a constant in this. It's constantly good. Maybe a little low at points where like Jon Snow's trudging through the outer wall area with a bunch of wildlings, kind of like just having conversations. But that's like character building moments for him, where he's discovering that he has the power to survive in this world, and he's growing in strength that way by learning, which is understandable. It's completely understandable. We need those moments. And then with Ramsay, she finally escapes with Theon, who breaks out of his his reek coma, and Stannis Baratheon, which enhanced the Night's Watch plot quite a bit, to be honest. And it comes out of the woodwork right at the beginning of this season and attacks Mance Rayder, executes Mance Rayder for being a false king. And Jon Snow shows his colors again. He gets like elected as Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. And just to see him just die off is just another one of those things where I'm just like, I don't know where this is going anymore. I really don't. And we get across in Essos, we get Arya Stark doing her thing, becoming assassin. She's starting out with just like cleaning bodies and doing all that. And that's it. It was all kind of confusing for me, but it kind of made more sense as we went along, and she's given more tasks to do, and she defies them and is blinded at the end, which...
she was starting her list, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was not being a faceless man. She was...
getting revenge.
Being Arya Stark. And Tyrion kind of out of his element, traveling across Essos, not really in control, but staying in control. Like, he has a lot of times where the only time they meet opposition, he's able to talk his way out of it. Like Tyrion does. And I think I liked him in King's Landing because he was able to stick his hands in more stuff, and it was more satisfying. But I think now that he's gotten to Daenerys, it's going to get back to that a little more. And Daenerys is kind of another constant in the show. When you go to Daenerys, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get Daenerys Stormborn. She's going to be up and down like she always is, and she's going to make mistakes, and she's going to figure it out. And I think that's the whole arc of her. She's just trying to figure out how to be a leader. And like you said before, Bran Stark is completely absent from this.
Yeah.
And I asked you before, why do you think that is?
I
And
know that he went from the tree
yeah,
with his whole pack, and I'm assuming that he's starting his lessons, but
yeah, that's
where
what I
have
think
you
this
been?
entire season has been. Is Bran with the three-eyed raven
Mhm.
learning. That is the entire thing he's been doing. So I don't think they needed to show that. And I think they'll start showing it now. And the fact that he was absent for a whole season builds up the fact that when we see him again, he's gonna be different. So yeah. And yeah, we're gonna get into it really quick here. And we're gonna share with you our shops.
Yes.
Obviously, as some of you know, we're both kind of back to working things that are not our normal stuff. So we don't have a lot of time to dedicate to the channel. And so what we want to do is make an outlet for you guys to support us through our shops and random people who find our shops to build and support editors and all of that, because it's going to be years until I can hire an editor at this rate. So we have a lot of designs that I've been working on, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff here for you to look at. And we have another Shopify shop coming, which has all of her candles. We work full time. We have a business we run, and we run the channel.
So, yeah.
So she does candles, and we're gonna put those so you can find them through the channel. And everything you do to purchase things on here goes directly towards getting more episodes out to you quicker, faster, as soon as I can. Like we'll do more per week. My goal by the end of the year is to be doing 2 episodes of something a week and 1 movie a month. Right now we're doing 1 episode a week and a movie every 2 months.
Yeah.
So this all goes to give you everything you want and more faster. So and we're going to be launching a new tier on the Patreon called Lords of Immersion, which will give out our merch to you. So each month you're subscribed consecutively to that, you will get merch opportunities to get a piece of merch that you want, and we'll be in contact with you. We only allow 5 of those on the channel total. So whoever wants to take them, there's only going to be 5 spaces available.
Both quick.
And it's going to be $25 a month, but you will get ever increasing amounts of designs or whatever you want.
Yeah.
Basically, like, it's going to be a specific thing, right? But the designs are up to you. Whatever design you want. Like, we have stickers, we have coffee cups, we have mugs, and I'm working on more designs now. Hoodies, shirts, and eventually, like, you'll have opportunities to get all those things. And I haven't hammered out the exact details of the scheduling of, like, when you'll get those things, but I'm going to very soon. So you'll know. But we have basically our house collection.
I love it.
Yeah, we do this for our candles too, and we'll probably make candles of all of these logos eventually. But like scents that are resembling these. So we have our house collection, and we'll add more houses as we do more shows, as we do more, like if we do, I don't know, Breaking Bad, the different factions in the show, I will make houses out of them. So like, whatever houses are in that not houses, whatever factions, different factions in that show are, I will make like a parody banner, like a house thing of that. So obviously I have a parody banner of the Stag, House Dragon, House Rose, House Wolf, House Kraken, House Snake, House Lion. Obviously you know what those things are, but for international copyright purposes, they're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I have my own art I work on. Leave Me Alone, I'm Immersed with a heart for Valentine's Day or any day. And I have an art collection, which I do these, Lords and Ladies. I have more that are coming, but those are the ones I have right now, which is just king. I have one sitting and kneeling, and then sitting and standing. So I like doing art. I like doing graphic design. It's really fun for me, and this is a way to, again, outlet my creativity to you in a way that's different, but in a way that will help us move forwards with the channel and get us out there more into the future. And hopefully will become a bigger and bigger part of our support system. And with that being said, we're going to get into it, but we really appreciate all of the support you've given us to this point and to getting to this season. I plan on making a video like recapping my first year as a reactor, kind of like the videos that are like what I made as a YouTuber in 2024, you know, like those type of videos, but for reactors, like what my experience was or like how much I made. I don't really care about telling you guys how much I made. I mean, it's not a lot compared to other people. Like some people are making like hundreds of thousands of dollars a year off of being a reactor, like 6 figures or more, or 7 figures. So we thank you for being here, and we're gonna get into it now. The Red Woman. What do you think that's about?
I'm gonna go on a hinge here
Okay.
and say Melisandre, the Red
Yep.
Woman. That's what I'm assuming.
I assume that too. All right, let's get into it.
Boom.
If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. It helps us get recognition on our videos, and we'll react to more in the future. Thank you.